Hey guys, I'm Nisha Homi. Today I'm sharing how to make Elayappam. I'm also showing you two different ways to make Elayappam, one with the steamer and one without the steamer. To make Elayappam, first you need to make a dough with the rice flour. So into a bowl, I'm adding in 1 cup of roasted rice flour. The rice flour I'm using is made from this brown rice. This is actually white rice with the bran. So this is semi-polished white rice. I made this rice flour from this brown rice. What I did was I washed and rinsed the rice and I gave it to the local mill, and they powdered and roasted the rice flour. So I'm using this brown rice flour in this recipe. However, you can also use white rice flour instead of this brown rice flour in this recipe. Into this I'm adding in pink Himalayan salt as needed. Just give this a mix. Elayappam is traditionally made as an evening snack, but you can also have it as a breakfast. And I'm adding in 1.5 cups of hot boiling water little by little. And I'm mixing with the back of a spoon. So since I used brown rice flour, you can see that the color has changed to a light brown color. If you're using white rice flour, you will get pure white color. So I'm mixing the dough really well. Okay, now the dough is mixed well, and I'm going to allow this to cool down. As you can see, there is a subtle brown tint in the rice flour dough. This is because I used semi-polished rice. You can see the bran in the dough itself. You can see the brown specks, that is a bran. So this is because I used semi-polished white rice which has the bran. Now if you're using white rice, you will get pure white color dough. I prefer to use whole grains in my recipes, hence I'm using semi-polished white rice with the bran. So I'm going to allow it to cool down. While the rice flour is cooling down, let's get the other ingredients ready. So I'm using about 7 to 8 cardamom seeds, and I'm adding it into my stone grinder. I'm crushing the seeds. Once the cardamoms are crushed, just remove the seeds. Fresh cardamom gives a very nice flavor to this dish, so try not to omit it. And now grind the seeds to a fine powder. The aroma of freshly ground cardamom is very unique flavor, and I love to use fresh cardamoms in my recipes. So I'm going to keep this aside. Into a bowl, I'm adding in 3/4 cup of grated jaggery. So I'll just show you how I grated the jaggery. I just crushed the jaggery and grated with my knife like this. The jaggery I'm using is organic and pure sugarcane jaggery. It does not have any sand or dust particle. So I'm just making sure there are no big pieces of jaggery. Into this I'm adding in tightly packed 1 cup grated coconut, freshly grated coconut. Next add in the freshly ground cardamom powder and give this a mix. Okay, now our filling is ready. Okay, now the rice flour has cooled down. So with wet hand, I'm just going to knead it into a dough. And with wet hand, pinch off some dough and roll it into a ball. Place it on a banana leaf, and with wet fingers flatten it out. This is a very healthy evening snack. It's a traditional recipe from Kerala. You don't need any oil in this recipe, but the healthy fats in fresh coconut will give you the much needed healthy fat you need without any added extra oil. Place the filling on one side. Jaggery you can increase or decrease to suit your taste. And just fold it halfway like this. Press it lightly. And just press on the sides so that the sides are sealed well. Now keep this aside. So let's make one more Elayada. With wet fingers, pinch off the dough and roll it into a round circle like this and place it in the center of a banana leaf. And with wet fingers, flatten it out. Place jaggery mix on one side and fold it halfway. Press it down and press on the sides to seal the ada. So the next one is also ready. So I'm going to make adas like this with the rest of the rice flour dough. So I have kept my steamer to boil and I'm placing the Elayadas in the steamer. And cover and let it steam for about 15 minutes. Now for the second method, I am heating my roti tawa, that is the tawa which I use to make roti, and once the tawa is heated, I am reducing the flame to the lowest and I am placing one Elayada on the tawa. This is another method of making Elayada. If you don't have a steamer, you can do this method. You need some steam in the tawa, so for that I am drizzling in some water and cover with a lid. Let it cook on low flame for about 5 minutes. In between, open the lid, sprinkle a little more water. So basically what I am doing is I am just giving in some steam that will help the Elayada to get cooked. So about 2 minutes later I am checking whether there is water. So the water has evaporated and I am drizzling in little bit more water. Cover and let it cook. Once the water has evaporated, flip it over again. Just flipping it over, and you can see that the ada is perfectly cooked. So I'm going to remove it from the tawa, and 15 minutes later I'm turning off the flame. Our Elayada is cooked really well, so I'm going to allow it to cool down. Once cooled, remove the Elayadas from the steamer. The Elayadas are ready. This one is made in the steamer and this one is made on the tawa. I hope you can see the small brown specks on the ada. That is the bran. As I used semi-polished white rice which has the bran, it has more fiber. So guys, do try this recipe and let me know how it turned out. Also do let me know which is your favorite type of Elayada, the one which is steamed or the one which is roasted on the tawa. Comment below and let me know. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.